All right, guys, welcome back. I appreciate you guys joining me today. Today's Safety Toolbox Talk, we are going to go over busy seasons mean more distractions. Before we get into that, we'll talk a little bit about last week. Guys, another awesome week. Zero injuries, no accidents last week. I appreciate that. That keeps the damage cost numbers the exact same for 3 weeks straight. Uh, Definitely appreciate you guys' focus on this. As far as onboarding, Michael did not hire anybody last week, but he is still looking for fill 4 different positions: one equipment operator, one seasonal Class B driver, one diesel mechanic, and one finance controller. So, as always, if you guys know anybody with these qualifications or just want to know more about the position, definitely reach out to Michael Rodriguez. He'll definitely get you set up there. All right, so this week's safety toolbox talk is going to go over busy seasons being more distractions. I think everybody's fully aware that we're about to ramp it up here at all of our sites. A lot more traffic. This kind of just goes into avoiding unsafe acts and unsafe conditions. So, as always, if you guys have any questions, definitely reach out to me. And yeah, so hope everybody has a great week, and we'll see you guys next week.
All right, team, gather around for a minute. We all know things can get pretty intense here at Missouri Organic, right? Especially when we hit our busy seasons. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. How we keep our heads in the game right here on the job, even when life's trying to pull our attention in 1,000 different directions. So let me just ask you this straight up. Is your head always on the job? It's a simple question, but if we're being honest, the answer isn't always a simple yes. We've all got lives outside of this place. But the second we step onto this site, our focus has got to be here, 100%. Our safety and the safety of the person next to you absolutely depends on it. So let's get right into it. The first thing we need to talk about is what I call the distraction danger. This is all about how the stuff happening off-site in our personal lives can create some very real, very serious risks for us right here in the yard. I mean, think about it. You've got holidays on the horizon, summer trips you're planning, family get-togethers, all that good stuff. But if your mind is replaying a conversation from last night or thinking about what you need to pack for a trip, it's not fully on the front-end loader you're operating or the piece of equipment you're maintaining. And that tiny, split second of lost focus, that's when things go wrong. So what's the game plan? How do we actually fight back against this stuff? Well, a really good place to start is to understand that there are basically 2 types of hazards we deal with: unsafe conditions and unsafe acts. And, getting the difference between these two is the key to preventing injuries. Okay, so first up, unsafe conditions. The easiest way to think about this is it's all about the environment around us. It's the what and the where of a hazard. It's a leaky hose, a messy walkway, a guard that's missing from a machine. It's a physical problem just sitting there, waiting for an accident to happen. And the second type, that's an unsafe act. Now, this one is about us. It's the who and the how. It's a behavior, a choice that somebody makes that puts themselves or their coworkers at risk. And this is exactly where those outside distractions can really get us into trouble. Here's a perfect way to think about it. Let's say it's snowing. The snow on the road, that's the unsafe condition. You can't control that, it's just there. The unsafe act is choosing to drive way too fast for those conditions. See the difference? One is the environment, the other is the behavior that makes that environment so much more dangerous. Now check this out, because it might surprise you. Safety studies have actually found that the more experienced and skilled we get at our jobs, the more likely we are to develop unsafe habits. How does that work? Well, we get comfortable. We go into autopilot mode. And that's when we start taking little shortcuts. So this is a huge reminder that even our most seasoned guys have to actively stay on their toes. Okay, so with all that in mind, let's get practical. What do these risks actually look like right here at Missouri Organic? Let's talk about what every single one of us needs to be on the lookout for every single shift. This page right here, this comes directly from our own safety materials. I want everybody to take a good look. These are not just bullet points on a piece of paper. These are real things that can and do happen on sites just like ours, and they can cause serious, life-changing injuries if we're not paying attention. So, let's start with those conditions. We're talking about defective tools, guards that are missing or damaged on equipment, poor housekeeping, clutter that creates trip hazards, and even things like fire risks. These are all things we can spot and we have to fix. If you see something, you've got to say something, period. Now, let's talk about the acts. These are all about our own behavior. It's things like using a tool you know is broken anyway, not wearing your PPE the right way, rushing and operating equipment too fast, or maybe even bypassing a safety feature just to save 30 seconds. These are all choices, and when we're busy and distracted, the temptation to make one of these unsafe choices gets even stronger. So, spotting the problems is one thing, right? But what really matters is committing to being part of the solution. This last part is all about each of us making a personal pledge to safety. I want this right here to be our shared promise. Let's make this our pledge to ourselves and to every single person working alongside us. It just means we're taking personal ownership, we're going to spot the unsafe conditions, and we're going to control our own actions every shift, every day. No excuses. Because at the end of the day, safety isn't just a meeting we have or a form we sign. It's not passive. Safety is an action. It's the walk around you do on your machine before you start it up. It's the decision to slow down when you're driving through a congested area. It's taking that extra 2 seconds to put on your safety glasses. So as you head out today, I want you to ask yourself, what is my safety action going to be? All right, thanks everyone. Let's go have a safe, productive day.